Reporting from Arkham Asylum, this is Gotham Rogues. In this video we take a look at the Batman episode, Traction. Traction is the third episode of the first season of The Batman and features the debut of Bane on the show. It was written by Adam Beechin and directed by Sam Liu. In it, we're introduced to a mysterious mercenary called Bane, who's been hired by Gotham's top mob bosses to kill the thorn in their side, the Batman. Bane has undergone experiments in a lab somewhere in the Amazons that infused him with a drug which pumps the man up to giant size. Using this power, the mercenary is actually able to defeat the Dark Knight in combat, severely injuring him. As a result, Batman is forced to sit on the sideline and recuperate, while Bane runs rampant in Gotham, declaring the city his own. Even when Bruce has healed up once again, how is he supposed to be able to beat this massive juggernaut who previously wiped the floor with him? Well, turns out he has an ace up his sleeve, namely a hulking Batbot, a giant robotic suit which will put the two fighters on even terms. So this episode is very similar to Bane's Taz episode. They're both about Bane getting hired by mobsters to kill Batman, and they both attempt to adapt the Knightfall saga in one 20-minute episode. Just like the Taz episode, I think this one totally fails in introducing the character of Bane. I don't know what it is. Why can't these animated shows adapt Bane and Knightfall correctly? First off, Bane is a complete cipher in this episode. He has no personality, no motivations. We never learn anything about him. He's just a generic villain who wants to go bananas in Gotham after he's defeated Batman. There's nothing to him whatsoever. All the character is a big pile of muscles for the hero to fight. That's the only purpose of Bane in this episode, an action plot device. The only reason this episode was made was to show as much action as possible. By the way, I really hate that Batbot. This is Batman, not freaking Iron Man. I don't like it when they give Bruce some mechanical flying suit. It's not what the character is supposed to be. I'm sure the kids loved it back in the day though, and that's my biggest problem with this show overall. It's too kiddie. Some episodes are exceptions though, but many of them were just made to be displays of cool looking characters with cool powers fighting each other in cool action scenes. It appeals to kids, yeah, but not older fans like me. Taz wasn't like that at all. That show featured deep and sophisticated storytelling with fascinating and well-rounded characters. Sure, Taz did have some weak action-oriented episodes too, but they were in the minority. Now, I don't have anything against action. I love action, but there needs to be some weight to it. You need to be invested in the characters involved in the action. You aren't really in this episode. Bane just suddenly shows up without a real introduction, completely lacking an origin and motivations, and then he fights Batman very early in the episode. Already during this first encounter, Bane beats the crap out of Batman, so there's no build up to the fight whatsoever, nor do we care about this Bane villain. The Taz Bane episode actually had a fight at the end, so we did get a build up there, but even so that didn't help much, as Bane was a boring character in that one as well. Another big difference is that in Taz, Batman wins the fight, while here on the Batman, Bane is the victor, so we actually get a broken Bat, sort of. His back isn't broken nor is he crippled, but Bruce does suffer several broken bones and has to heal up for a while. Ultimately, neither of these two versions work, because in Taz the build-up fails and ends in a lame fight which you know Batman is going to win. And here we never get a build-up, and then Bruce recuperates within the span of a few minutes of actual episode time. So what was the point? If you want to successfully adapt Knightfall, you have to play it out over several episodes, not just one, and you also have to make Bane interesting and genuinely intimidating. As for this design of Bane, I've never liked it. The red color is just so odd, and his face looks goofy. What is the red supposed to be anyway? His skin, or is it part of his costume? I've never been able to quite tell. He's like Red Hulk essentially. I do kinda like the idea that in his regular shape, Bane is just a small guy, and he then becomes this beast when injecting the venom. So there you have it, that's the Batman episode Traction, yet another weak debut of Bane on a cartoon show, and another mediocre attempt at adapting Knightfall. But if you like Batman in a big robot suit fighting a massive red monster, then this is for you. As for me, I'd say this episode is about on the same level as The Big Chill, unfortunately. Anyway, as always, remember, Arkham Asylum awaits you in the next video.